It's okay, looking good, nice. So stick is back, a little bit to the left, and that's it.
Sick as a dog.
Hello, it's Wayne here from Whiskey Alpha, and yes, I am on the way to an airfield, but this time it's not going to be Elstree. This time it's a different airfield, because today I am off to fly the Extra 200. Why am I going to go and fly an Extra 200? Well, the simple answer is I'm trying to expand my experience and my skill set, and at the moment I've been flying generally GA aircraft, so your classic Cessna 172, good old Kilo, and PA-28 and PA-28 Arrow. I haven't got much experience in other aircraft types, so I decided I wanted to expand on that. Now, I'm not about to become an acrobatic stunt pilot. No, well, not planning to at the moment. Anyway, I'm off to the airfield, and I'll let you know how it gets on.
Your headset you can put in here. Yep. This you can put on each side. This. Okay. You can step on the seat.
Yep.
And then help yourself. That's it. And then just slide yourself in. It's not the easiest, but that's it.
I'm liking this.
Nice and comfy, yeah?
It is, actually.
Alright.
Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, perfect. Alright, all set. Okay, so if you want to have a try at the taxi, okay, you put photo on your left, stick should be back here, all the way back. Okay, and then you kind of... Charlie, comfortable, exit holding position, Charlie, ready for departure, lining up to 5. Well, I'll do the takeoff. You can have the hand on the control if you want, and follow me, I'll take you through. Okay? Okay, control from here, you have controls. Alright, so we'll kind of line up here. So we'll go all power gently, and that's it. Go for Charlie, taking up to 5. Okay. Power, and stick goes all the way forward and slightly left because we have left width. The belly is already up. And 70. Oh, it's taking off. So now we can read this power. We'll go 24 here in the time. Nice 140 to cruise. Traffic all beautiful, Romeo Golf down, rejoining from the north, and we'll be joining the target down here. Alright, so I'm going to do quickly a check. We'll go 45 degrees up, and then we'll push, and check that there is nothing loose in the cabin. Alright, so let's go 45 up. Juliet Papa lining up, 45 up, and then we'll push. Lots of shit. Yeah. Good thing we don't do the negative, huh? Alright, I'll do it for the next 5 minutes. Just make sure one last time you're fully strapped. Okay. Okay. And let's go to that seat. 1, 2, volley. Okay, that's where it's for. Okay, looking good, huh? I'm feeling like a bullet of sick. Alright. Okay, I'm not inverted. Happy with that? Alright, so I'll do a loop. Okay, and then you can have one if you want, just to see how it feels. Yep. Alright. So look there. There's aircraft here. 12 o'clock below. So it's highway, so it should be alright. But now, let's get the magnet. And let's get some speed. 1.2 beat on. Flick levels and pulling. We over the top, easy, moving ahead. Happy with that? Yeah, I think so. Just. Alright, you wanna try one? I'll try. Okay. So basically, that's it. Keep pulling. Keep pulling more. That's it. That's looking good. Over the top, you ease up with the pull. And as it goes down, having speed, you can pull again. Pull, 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 pull again, pull, 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 pull. That's it. Perfect. Speed decreasing down. That's perfect. And just pull. So stick is back, a little bit to the left, and that's it. That's it. And the third one. That's all, and further to the right. That's perfect. And just pull. So stick is back, a little bit to the left, and that's it. That's it. And the third one. That's all, and further to the right. And then the power can go back. Okay? Yeah. And let's say we do a turn, okay? Yeah. And you've got the symmetry. So let's say we've got too much rudder to the right, okay? Yeah. The ball is to the left. And then you cannot increase because you want to turn, and that's what happened. Whoa. Yeah. That's the thing. And the other one is we've got ball into the turn. Yeah. That was already 300 feet, okay? And it didn't even went into it too much. Okay. So same thing if you turn to the left with too much rudder into the turn. And you kind of let it stall. That's what it does. Okay? Yeah. And if you can actually see if you end up like that in a Pier 28, you're low speed because you're on the turn, you got flats and everything. Yeah. And you kind of overshoot. Okay? So you're in the turn and you overshoot. And what you did is you increased. And that's why it poof, you see? Yeah, that's why it goes. Your flight. Yeah. I think at the moment it's a case of let's not do something. Yeah. Not do the splitting bit. Okay.
Sick as a dog now. Okay.
Okay, if you want, I can put you inverted and then you try to hold the attitude. Okay. Got it? Yeah. Microphone? Roll. Alright, so I'll just roll gently to the left. And think here. So you see the nose compared to the horizon? Yeah, that's what you're looking for. So you're gonna have to push a little bit. So you control? I control. Oops, I'm not actually able to see you. Yes, I'm upside down. If I just roll out then. If you want to roll out, you just do half roll. So you just go and roll all the way. We have aircraft because of this. It's Bedford. It's Luton. It's not anymore though. It's actually the recoveries. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. Can I head back? Yeah, head back. Yeah. So you can do 60 degrees to the right, I'd say. Okay. And I'm going to reduce the power so we can actually go into a descent. Okay, straight for now. And that should be okay. So here we got 85 knots. Just way that go. Alright, so full tank, small, picture full, pump full, 85 knots. Looking good.
So I'm now driving home from Felmere. I've had a brief nip into Duxford for a spot of lunch. And how was it? Well, you've seen the video. It was interesting. Strangely enough, some of the activities that I thought would cause me more issues were not as bad as they were going to be, and some of the activities that I didn't think were going to cause me an issue were actually not things that I really like. I don't do roller coasters. I am well known within my family that if you want to go do a roller coaster, Wayne will be the person who sits on the outside. I just don't get on with roller coasters. And I was a little bit apprehensive about flying in the extra because it's an acrobatic aircraft, and I know I'm going to have to do some acrobatics. Well, I don't have to, but you spend the money, you might as well have a go, see what it's like. The answer is, yeah, I don't like some of the manoeuvres. Spinning, no, really don't like spinning. Strange enough, spinning isn't actually, it's not the spinning that I had issues with, it was the blast of fumes you get because all the airflow is disrupted, so you suddenly get all the fumes from the engine in your face, and the recovery when you actually have to pull out of the dive, and that's really not nice. The other manoeuvres that we did, inverting a barrel roll, were actually not too bad. The inverting, again, a little bit of an issue with the pull out because you suddenly get pushed down in your seat, and I'm not a light chap, as they say. There's a lot of me to push down in the seat, and I wasn't quite strapped down in the seat deep enough, so when we went inverted, I actually came out of the seat a little bit, and that was really interesting. Trying to control an aeroplane when your bum's not actually in the seat. And it is the first aircraft I've ever flown which has a 5-point harness which has a big ratchet strap on the side. So basically you get locked in, everything's locked down, and then you ratchet this massive cargo strap around the side to really get you in. And I still had a bit of leeway to float around. The aircraft in general is fantastic. It is fingertip control. Unlike flying a Cessna, where if you wobble the yoke a couple of inches, the Cessna will just look at you and go, did you say something? With the extra, you wobble it by a couple of inches, you're upside down. Just about. I mean, it's not quite that bad, but it's close. So very precise control. Pretty powerful. Quite interesting because I was flying from the front seat. I didn't have all the instruments, so I had an airspeed indicator, and I had an altimeter, and I had a G meter, so I didn't have the normal 6-pack suite of instruments I have, which, although I'm still a VFR pilot, I fly visual flight rules, which means I'm looking out all the time. Having the ability to quickly glance at things just to know what you're doing in terms of slip, turn and bank, etc. is really useful, and I didn't have that and I missed it. But my instructor gets all the fun by controlling everything from behind. The other interesting thing I found is the throttle on the extra for me was very far back. So I'm actually almost shoving my elbow into his foot to get hold of the throttle. And the seating position's quite interesting. Your feet are much higher. In a Cessna, you'll sit down. It's almost like an armchair without the arms. And it's probably falling apart as well. But with the extra, you're sitting in like a bucket and your feet are sitting out the front. So you have this element of your legs are up in the air, and at the end of that is your feet, and the end of your feet is the rudder controls. One thing I was warned, do not press the brakes, because you press the brakes, potentially you're going to go and do a prop strike, which was like, yeah, definitely not going to press the brakes. Now, I didn't do a takeoff and I didn't do the landing. Main reason because this is a trial flight and I wasn't actually training on the aircraft. And clearly there's a little bit of finesse when it comes to takeoff and landing, especially on the tailwheel aircraft. Landing was actually really interesting because it's effectively a side slip all the way in. So my poor old instructor who was behind me could actually see out the front. So the first question I'm going to be asked is, was it worth it? And the simple answer is definitely yes. Firstly, I've got more experience because I've actually flown an aircraft that I've never encountered before. I wouldn't say I've got enough experience to fly that aircraft, but I've actually flown in the aircraft. I've also got a little bit more understanding as the difficulties and the issues that tail draggers have, and also a little bit more understanding as to my personal limitations in terms of acrobatics. Don't like them. Would I recommend a new PPL pilot go and do something like this? Honest answer is not straight away. My answer to anyone who says, what should I do after my PPL? My simple answer is go flying. Get some hours under your belt, so to speak. Just go flying, just go and enjoy it. You spent 6 months, a year, how long ever it's taken you to get to that point. Now go and enjoy it. Don't suddenly go, right, I'm going to go into another set of exams or more testing. Just go and fly and get some experience of just flying day to day. Having done a few hours, would I say go and look at something like this? My answer is yes. I think it is a very good way to move on in terms of your understanding of aircraft and your learning skills. It's not massively expensive. An hour on an extra is only a little bit more than an hour on a PA-28. Anyway, I'm on my way home now, so all I've got to do is edit this video and post it up. I'd love to thank my instructor, and I'd love to thank the British Aerobatics Academy who gave me this opportunity. One thing I did do is when I booked it, I actually said to them, can I come and record this flight for my YouTube channel? And the answer was, yeah, no problem. The problem was reception. I forgot to tell the instructor that that was the case, but the instructor was fine with it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget you can do the old subscribe, thumbs up and all that shizzle. But whatever you do, please have fun, be safe and enjoy your flying. But thanks for watching. Bye.